So hi everybody, a very good evening. It's 6:35 by the watch. I'm Jashin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decor Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions. And we have lamps, mirrors, consoles. We have furniture. We have art installations and stuff like that. And I'm the brainwave behind that. And we are getting into the weekend now, so a lot of people are going to be kind of spending their time probably either at work tomorrow, or many of us, including me, are going to be kind of getting back to our spiritual practices and stuff. So here is this thought share, which is this absolutely amazing book that I have. And this is a contribution by interior designer and also a Buddhist. I'm not a Buddhist, but I practice Buddhism and I follow other school of thoughts and stuff because I'm also a Sikh and a Punjabi. But I would call myself a global citizen, remaining flexible around the circle of friends I'm with and the kind of company I have and all that. But in general, I would like to share my thoughts on kind of having a great team and not kind of creating mess for the teammates and people around and stuff. So this is a share where she's talking about her own experiences and stuff. Where she says, you have two teams. One is a joyful team, and the other is a miserable team. And she says one is a team which is constantly promoting, ideating. They're kind of strategizing. They're looking to deliver. They're looking at doing work. They're confident in stuff. And the other side of the team is someone who's a team which is engaged in negativity, negative activities, scheming, planning, kind of engaged in distasteful stuff and disgusting stuff and all that. And then she says that, you have a choice to choose the team. So either you become a part of the mess and the chaos, or you become a part of the team which is actually kind of preparing to deliver and do their best work and stuff. So sharing from her own experience that there's an explanation why people check out teams. It's usually not because they are lazy or irresponsible. It's because they've got their own self-centric objectives and their goals in mind and stuff, and they don't think beyond themselves. And I shared this, I think, during Corona, also during my meetings at various forums and stuff about the me myself centric approach, and then having a bigger approach or a macro or an expansive approach. So she's saying that there's this team which is either working smarter and having a greater experience, bringing about the changes and impacting the world and stuff, and it's the other team which has got the lack of confidence, and they are basically kind of reducing people, and they're kind of ganging up to kind of work against the winning team and people who are doing great stuff and all that. Okay, so she's saying that when you're in an office, or you when you're in an office, or you're in a community, or you're kind of a part of a change, or you're a part of a system, you're a part of a relationship, or you're part of friendships and stuff like that, it's always a good idea to kind of build a good positive and honest relationships and stuff. And I personally and professionally feel that if your relationships are based only on what position you have, what role you have, how much money you have, how many people what is the kind of contacts you have. If you're going to be in this kind of a power domain and stuff like that, it's easy to remain that, and if you're going to be kind of focusing only on that to kind of give you this, constant joy and happiness and a sense of achievement and stuff, you're sadly mistaken. And good relationships and good relationships, good associations and stuff add to the larger picture, because when you step out, or you begin your day, or you end your day, or you walk in the community, you go to a gym, you go to a mall, you go to a market, you kind of go to an art show, you're a part of a fashion show, you're working in an organization. It is not the designation which kind of drives the respect that you hold for people and stuff. It is the kind of substance and the kind of quality they add to the whole environment and the culture and stuff. And I see juniors and I see youngsters in various organizations. I see girls and boys in my gym and in my Buddhism practice and in the world of entrepreneurship or wherever I've worked, that people would be kind of scared of approaching their seniors and stuff, because seniors like to maintain this whole image of intimidation or their age, and kind of not being approachable and stuff. So that's a real bad approach to have. A good boss or a good team leader is someone you can open up to and you can talk to and stuff, and they're the ones who are kind of lifting you up, they're the ones who are kind of building your confidence, and they're the ones who are kind of working better than the less experienced stuff, and they're the ones who are kind of with their own experience bringing about that amazing happiness or amazing substance to your work, and they're achieving accolades and stuff like that, and they're kind of also paying your salaries, and they're responsible for bringing your meals on your table and stuff. So if you are not kind of going to be thankful to the people, your heads, your bosses or your teammates and stuff, then there's no point of working or being a part of this organization, because you're not adding to the larger picture. You're not adding in any way to the greatness of that organization, why they've hired you, why you've been given this role, and why you're being paid the salaries and stuff. So you might as well quit and just be at home and do nothing about it. So this is what sharing, and she's also saying that trust keeps teams tidy, and it's very important to kind of have faith, and it's very important to kind of have a good reasoning and a good choice of people and structure and environments that you make, because that's what you kind of will carry back to your places and to your residences and stuff. And she says that wherever you are, whether you are at work, whether you're in office, whether you're home, wherever you are, it's very important to kind of create an atmosphere which looks totally in control, and they're willing to deliver, and they're ready to deliver and stuff. And wherever there are people who are only looking at their own goals and their own objectives and their role and their imagination or their existence remains small. So I'm not saying this, she's saying this, and she's saying that it's a very important factor to have unique treasures like this of association. What is it that diversity and distinction can bring on table and on board and stuff? What is it that we can learn from each other? What is it that each if you're in a global road, what is it that each country can bring? What is it that each collaboration can do? What is it that we can work together to find solutions? Because harping and kind of following only problems and kind of looking at only the negative stuff and the consistent nonsense is not going to put you in a very healthy spot. So she's basically also an interior designer. So she shared this experience of her office here, and she says it's also kind of inevitable that you will have disagreements at work and stuff. But the point is to have an open-minded conversation and not run away from it and stuff. And I kind of like this read, because it's kind of telling us to focus on the positive and the strengths of each person rather than looking at the negative of those people. It's easy to kind of focus on negative, and it's easy to kind of mock and criticize and kind of make fun of other people and stuff. You do that when you're not in that spot. But if you're going to be in a position where you're kind of calling the shots, and you're kind of taking charge of situations or the roles assigned to you and stuff, and you're responsible for bigger stuff. And it's about changing yourself, it's about influencing a lot of minds and people and stuff. And it doesn't happen just with media and by social media. It happens when you're there as a part of those cultures or those offices and around those people and stuff, because people absorb, people remember. People will kind of reflect and think about what is the impression you make on them, and it's their choice to choose positive or negative and stuff. So what's very important is to kind of be a part of a team which is kind of focusing on improvement and stuff, because all this jazz about being flossom, not being perfect, and I'm useless, I don't have it in me, मैं what can I do in this, हम क्या कर सकते हैं, और ये हमारी हमारी हमारा काम नहीं है, और हमें इसके लिए पैसे नहीं मिलते हैं, ये हमारा रोल नहीं है, is all bullshit. People who are genuinely in focus roles or in good positions and stuff, and who are willing workers and stuff, will always be willing to participate and stuff and do other people's role as well. Because they're not working for the jobs or the salaries, they're working for the organization on the whole. So that's the difference between outstanding people and people of substance and those who are engaged in trivial stuff. So looking at the larger picture and stuff, and coming with an experience of more than 24 years in branding, marketing, PR, yeah, in a part of, have been a part of journalism, but more of a creative person now. What's very important is to kind of zoom in and understand that it's not just hard work of yours, but also of other people's, which is kind of bringing about that salary and that joy in your house, because of which you're able to kind of run your shows and stuff, so be thankful to people who are running big organizations and kind of bringing you on board and offering you those jobs and stuff, because if you're going to be somewhere on the street and not working and stuff, you're going to be constantly looking at the next challenge, and you're going to consider your life as a struggle, which is a very wrong attitude to have, and holding resentment and holding grudges and kind of name calling and stuff is pretty cheap, pretty shallow, and it speaks more about people. And it is the greatest of your bosses and other people and organizations that they kind of forgive you each time, but they also have a limit. So every time you cross the boundary and every time you kind of add in an unpleasant manner, you have a chances of getting fired and kind of messing up your relationships. So work on your relationships, respect people, respect children, respect elders, respect everybody, because everybody comes with a story, and that's the only way to kind of have a great day at work and kind of deliver whatever you're there for. So I'm Justine Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decor Design. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers to you on a lovely chai, and the weather's kind of not that bad and stuff, but it's not that great as well. So look at the positive of it, that you can be indoors and you can kind of soak up a lot of stuff like reading books and kind of catching up on your movies and researching and stuff like that. And the best thing is to sleep, because it's the healthiest and stuff. And if you're having issues of focus, and if you're feeling that you have a lot of energy and not able to sleep, like people like me who are high energy, please go work out and please kind of find a balance to channelize your energy and stuff, and you're going to come back totally refreshed. And it's a request for anybody and everybody who's sending me messages in the night. I mean, yesterday I was sleeping, and at 3 o'clock, I think because of time constraint or whatever, I got a message and I woke up. So I would really appreciate it if you kind of keep the time factor in mind and stuff, and then message me, because 3 o'clock is no time to message anybody. So take care and have fun and enjoy yourself. And weather's changing, like I said, so is the body clock and everything. So you can make use of the time to kind of meditate and kind of, if you're in Buddhism, chant and pray, because that's what they say. 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock is a real auspicious time where the change of darkness to light happens. So a lot of people wake up in the morning to write books and kind of be in editorial work or kind of pray and meditate and stuff. So if you can do that, that's amazing, because also a lot of people who are in sports, or a lot of people who are in fashion, or lots of people who are in health and fitness and management also wake up at 4 o'clock to hit the gym. So enjoy yourself and cheers, and catch you very soon. Enjoy yourself, and thanks once again for your emails and messages and stuff, and catch you in person. Bye bye. Ciao. Take care.